So today we're going to talk about why I prefer the Ankarsum mixer for my baking needs. About 5 years ago, we had moved back to America from being overseas and didn't have the first pot, the first spoon. We had absolutely nothing, and I had to start all over again because everything got left on the other side of the ocean. So I had been watching cooking shows and I saw that everybody used a KitchenAid mixer, and I tried one of those and I could not get it to make bread to save my life. The motor was going to start burning up. It just could not handle the kneading that is necessary to make dough. Like maybe it's fine for cookies and other things, but for the making of bread, where kneading in the mixer is needed, it could not stand up to it. In fact, I had a friend with a KitchenAid and she gave up trying to make bread because her bread wasn't turning out very well and the motor was bogging down on the KitchenAid. And I told her, you just need to get yourself an Ankarsum. I'm going to talk to you today about why I love this thing. It is a Swedish design. It's been around since the 40s. It has a 600-watt motor. And what's kind of cool about it is that the bowl spins, not the mechanism up top. All right, it has a timer, so it'll knead for you can set it to knead for 8 minutes, which a lot of recipes call for, and you can set your speed with the other dial. It has a bread kneading hook and a scraper for the side. That is all you need for your bread. If you want to make cookies and things, it has an attachment that goes on here that goes inside the bowl. This arm swings and you just attach it as so. And you can make all kinds of cookie batter out of that. For any whipping needs that you need, like you want to make meringues, this is a bowl that instead of the metal one, where you can put your egg whites in there, and then these beaters will whip it up really nice. If you have any loose batters like pancake or waffle batter, that works very nicely too. One of the things I love about this is very similar to the KitchenAid in that you can buy attachments for it, and I have two that are my go-to. I have it's called the Flake Mill, and you can put in whole oats and it'll roll out into your flattened rolled oats, which again, you want to use them as soon as you roll them because they begin to lose their nutrition if you roll them, or if you buy them in the store and they're already rolled. They've already lost the majority of their nutrition. For grinding my flour, I use this is called a grain mill, and it attaches to the mixer, and I will show you how to do the assembly and then the attachment to these for your grain, and then I will demonstrate. My go-to grain is Einkorn, and I will demonstrate how to fill up the hopper and to grind it into flour. Now to attach your Flaker mill, you find the groove right here, and you find the metal bar that's the connecting point of the mixer, and you line them up. As you're facing it, you want the little twisty thing that tightens the bolt to face to your left. You just want to line those up and then tighten that bolt. Then you turn your mixer on the side, add your hopper. You want to put a bowl underneath to catch your rolled oats, and then you put your oats in here. Now, what's different about this attachment for Flaker mills and grinding attachments, you must fill it with your grain before you turn it on. Other ones, you have to turn it on and then put your grain in there, but this one, you need to load it up with your grain first and then turn it on, set your timer and set your speed. And if you don't do it in that order, you can break your equipment. Now for the grain mill, you want to start off with this kind of a T-shaped item with the twisty thing on your left. And you want to line up, there's a groove right here that lines up with a notch in the connecting point on your mixer. And you want to tighten that. If you don't, it's going to come loose and you're going to have grinding problems. Then you take this kind of a spiral, and you want to twist it until it slides down into a groove that attaches at the base. Then you want to take this round piece and it fits down into this attachment The shape is exactly the shape of that, which straight on one side, curved on two sides, and that should slide right down in there. Then you have this, then you take the larger, more squared end, and you seat that inside of there. Then you take this, it's got a groove right there that fits down into the attachment there, and then your final piece is this round thing that secures everything together. Then you turn it on your side, put the hopper on, put a bowl underneath, set your speed, maybe start off with a slower speed and then increase it as you get everything going, and then set your time and it'll start grinding. Now I have my bowl, I'm going to put it underneath. I'm going to take my einkorn. Remember, do not turn the mixer on until the grain is in the hopper. I'm going to put my einkorn in there and fill it all the way up. So I'm going to make some bread here soon. Stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe to follow all of my recipes for bread that people with gluten intolerance can eat with no stomach ache. All right, so I'm going to turn my speed on, kind of middle, turn my timer.